So we're here at IFA with our sponsor Midea, and we're going to be checking out some of their technologies. You might have never heard about this company before, but this is a massive company that produces all sorts of technology, and some of them very, very interesting. And maybe we can meet ERLING HAALAND. Let's check it out. So firstly, we're going to be focusing on the earth-friendly side of their company. And one of the first things we see here is this EcoMaster home hall system, what you can integrate. So number one thing that it can do is cloud connectivity, which means that now all the systems that are in your house, whether this is your battery pack for your solar panels or water heater, are cloud connected, connecting data that later can be analyzed by number two, the AI analytics. And then finally, the whole home energy management system. So some of the interesting things what I have learned in here is the weather connectivity. They have the internet connection and they can know the weather conditions. So whether it gets cold or warm, they don't have to heat the house unnecessarily when it's very warm, or when it gets very, very cold, they will heat it up before you or at the right time, making sure that you still have the ultimate comfort in your home. And also the air conditioning, for example, in there has some smart sensors inside, which means that they can detect the room temperature, not overheating or underheating. Also, what we have here is learning of habits and comfort. For example, if you are a businessman who likes to take hot showers in the morning, the AI system collects that data and knows that you want that, which means it preheats the water every single day for your hot shower, but not at the weekends, because it makes that data through AI via cloud. Next, we have some interesting aircon sections. What you can see behind me over there, that is a heat pump that doesn't need any outside units. Now, why is this interesting is because you can actually add this to your already existing gas heater, and it doesn't matter which brand you have it. You can have it at Midea or Midea brand or some other brand. You can have this in your loft, and that smartly connects to your already existing heat pump, making it very different. Now, because there's no outside unit, the actual installation is a lot more cost effective, making the whole device and the system a lot more user-friendly, earth-friendly, and actually cost-friendly for you. Believe it or not, just before coming to this trip, my gas boiler actually broke in the house, so I'm hoping I can get one of these. So here's another example of the earth-friendliness in action. So what you can see behind me is a very clever dishwasher system. But the way they have made it more earth-friendly is actually reutilize some of the energy and making it more energy efficient. So if you're familiar with the energy rating devices, then A is the highest energy efficient rating. But what we have here behind me is a dishwasher that is 15% better than the best energy efficient rating out there. And how have they managed to do that? Well, it's actually very simple, like often some of these best innovations. What they're doing behind there is they're using the hot water that they sourced out from the dishwasher. Once it's gone around one circle, that they've heated up the water that's already heated up, the dirty water, they're using that water next to the cold fresh water that goes in, and heating up the cold water that's going to go in, meaning they don't have to heat the cold water up as much, resulting in higher than A energy efficiency rating. And this is not the eco program, this is actually A for all of the programs. Whether you want to do a quick wash, long wash, very high heat intensive wash, it's all A. Fantastic. The next pillar of the company is home friendly, which in one of the cases shows built-in devices, as you can see behind me. So the next bit about the home friendliness is actually installation. And even though there's no technological advancements in here, this is one of my favorite things that I like to see. So what you can see behind me is a fridge that is built in, but the innovation here is the actual installation. It is super easy, it's not 100 steps, it's just literally anybody can install it. And the fridge can be a standalone or a built-in unit. And another interesting product here is this washer bot that is a washing machine and a washer robot bot actually built in. We've seen them separately, but actually building them in both in one unit is a genius idea, because now we only need one water inlet and outlet, because the robot can wash the floors and then later actually empty itself into the washing machine dryer and then get them all actually emptied over there, which is nice. In England, where we have a space-saving issues, I'd love to see that. Unfortunately, this is not available in England yet, so Midea, let's make that happen. Also, you might not know that Toshiba is also part of Midea Group, meaning that they own some of the markets in certain areas in the world. For example, in China, they are the biggest competitors to the higher end brands in there. And they have solutions for every single room in your home, whether this is in the bathroom or washer, or we have in the kitchen. In there, everything is integrated, and they have this new design color, which is called Akaya. And I'm really liking this gray design. Now let's focus on some of the user-friendly aspects of Midea Group technologies. So what we have here is Colmo, and behind me is some very interesting products. Now what you can see behind there is an actual kitchen fan built-in unit, but what makes this interesting is it's got an AI label on it. So what does that mean? It's got some sensors on it, so it adjusts the fan speed according to what you are cooking. So if it's very stinky and very steamy, for example, it can actually increase it and then reduce the fumes in your cooking. But also, once you're done with your cooking, the whole hood can absolutely disappear inside the unit, all built-in unit, so you're not going to have to look at a weird suction unit of your cooking. Also, there is a fridge where you can get some very interesting AI capabilities, which is probably one of the best ones that I have seen in terms of kitchen appliances. What that fridge can do is scan the item that is in your, fruit and veg drawer and adjust the cooling temperature inside that drawer accordingly. Whether this is fruit or vegetable, it just gives the optimal temperature for storing and making the fruit and vegetables last as long as possible. So what you can see behind me is actually Midea's very interesting technology, which is a power cordless technology. So this guy here doesn't have any power cords, and this is not induction. It actually transfers power wirelessly. It's kind of like a wireless charger, but very powerful. Delivers up to 2.2 kilowatts. So if I press play here again, as you can see, it's going now. And let me take it off and show you that there's no power cords here. Now, what's cool about this is it's not just a blender. You can have your kettle, but you can also use your frying pans in an area like this, which is very large, and it doesn't conduct any heat. None of your kids will burn themselves in here. Then we have cleaning and microwaves, and this is quite interesting. I know this looks like an oven, but actually it can do a lot more than that. So this is your grill, air fryer, convection, steamer, microwave, everything in one. And underneath here is an actual drawer where you're going to keep your things warm if you wanted to. But inside there, you don't need your air fryer anymore. You don't need a grill. Everything is in one unit built into there, which is absolutely fantastic. And the whole thing connects to Wi-Fi, and you can control everything on your phone. So let's say you set it up in the morning, put it in the oven, coming home from work, you just set it go, and it can grill it, steam it, whatever you want to do it. And then your robot cleaner, vacuum, which now everybody's doing, and so is Midea. And there is their standalone unit. And this guy over here is mopping and cleaning. And as you know, it can empty itself into the dock or actually get itself refilled to keep mopping the floors. Now, you might be not familiar with Midea, but you're familiar with ManCity. Actually, Midea is partnering up with ManCity and Haaland for being the brand face and sponsorship. This is the real Premier League cup over here. I'm not allowed to touch it because there's a guy over there who doesn't want me to touch it. I'll show you some Haaland boots as well. Come this way. As you can see, signed shirt over there. And these are Haaland shoes. Haaland's actually wore these shoes. Can you see that? Signed by Haaland. Eh? Look at that. Actual his shoes. His feet smell good. Honestly, they smell like Earl Grey. Smell it? It's Earl Grey. Oh yeah.